Alright guys, we're back with my first experiment of the 2016 season, and I'm going to be doing it, like I said, with the garden beans here. These guys were soaking for about 24 hours. You don't want to go much more than that, probably a little bit less is better. But I'm going to have 3 beans in each container here. We're going to have the soaked ones, which are these, the control group, which is regular ones, they weren't touched in any way. And then we're going to have the scarred up ones, which with these, you just want to kind of rub them on like an abrasive surface. See if I can get this. See that break a little bit right there? You want to just kind of like break the outside of it. You don't want to shave away half of the seed. You just want to just kind of break away the outside of the seed a little bit, so that the idea is that the inside, when it starts to grow, it'll grow out quicker. It won't have to break through the outside of the protective layer of the seed. It won't be as difficult. I've never done this way before, so I just took the seed with a very light grit sandpaper and just kind of rubbed it on it until I saw that the part of the seed had been broken away a little bit. I've always done mainly just the seed in the dirt, sometimes soaking it. For the solo cups, they are, the top half of the soil is my pepper mix. It's kind of airy with the perlite in there. The bottom half is just a standard like moisture control potting soil, and then there are holes in the bottom to drain out. I did this so that the top half will be a little bit lighter, so that the seeds will have a little bit more room to grow and move around in there, but the bottom will contain moisture that it needs. And then to get it wet, all I did was put water in the top and kept putting water in until it came out the bottom, so I knew it had gone all the way through. So let's start this off here. We're going to start with the scars. Gotta get the seeds. And what we're going to do is one there, one right there, and one right there. Let's just cover those over. Now I use a plastic knife to label these, only because when we have like outdoor parties and stuff, the knives never get used. We have thousands of them all over the place. But they work. You write on them, put the date, and it's a little bit of a visual reminder of what is in there. This is the control group. These are the seeds that are just basic and normal. Now what I'm doing is they're about a half an inch down, a little bit less, between a half an inch and the surface. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a little water on the top too, just so it soaks down. I'm going to put it around the outside, just so it soaks down and hits the seed, and the seed gets wet. These guys, obviously, you're not going to necessarily need that, but I'll do it the same, just the same. None of the seeds are going to get any type of nutrient other than what's in the soil already. I think what we'll do is we'll run it for a couple of weeks, or until the seeds start to kind of even out, because eventually they'll just start to even out and start growing. So we'll come back to this. We'll check it out in a couple of days, because beans tend to grow pretty fast. Like I said, these are the bean seeds that were 50 cents from Aldi's. So we'll see how those handle. But first experiment of the season, scarred up, germination technique, control standard, and then soaking. These are the two, soaking and scarring is kind of like the most popular I've seen. There's obviously other ways. I tend to just do standard seed in either the rock wool or the dirt inside of this with a heat mat underneath it, and it works wonders, especially with peppers. But we'll see how this goes. So stay tuned, and come back in about a week, and we'll see if there's any growth. If there's growth before that, I'll come back with an update. But 410 is when we're starting this. Let's see how it goes next coming week or so. Stay tuned.